All right, guys, it's that time again. It's time for another exclusive. All right. And this one is going to focus on João Pedro. That's right. Or Pedro. João Pedro. João Pedro. Sounds like Pedro. Pedro. João Pedro. You know what I mean, don't you? You know what I mean. Right. And it's a Fabrizio Romano exclusive, not just an ordinary exclusive, this. Oh, no, it's Fabrizio Romano. Rent-a-post himself. Right, let's see what he's got to fucking say. Liverpool and Arsenal want Premier League superstar. One more name appears from today on the scene of the summer transfer window. Sources have told GiveMeSport.com that Brighton striker João Pedro is expected to leave this summer, opening the doors to a potential move with several Premier League clubs, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Newcastle, among those attentive to this opportunity for one of the most interesting talents in Europe. The Brazilian has scored 30 goals and provided 10 assists, blah, blah, blah. I can't read it all out to you. I must stop reading it all out to you. You'll know about stuff like that. Anyway, he's considering all options ahead of the summer with concrete chances of moving. And the Brighton star is looking for a new opportunity, it says here. Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle and Chelsea all keen. His desire is to look for a new opportunity, sources confirm. He won't break his relationship with Brighton, but his camp have also started contacts to explore opportunities in order to start discussions with Brighton at the right moment. With many top clubs in England looking for a striker like Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Newcastle, which is very easy, therefore, to link them with him, I would say, he will become an attractive option to consider in the upcoming weeks. The real crucial point of this story will be the transfer fee, as Brighton are well known for being strong and difficult in negotiations when it's time to sell their best players. They could accept £60 million, it says here. Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle and Chelsea, no price they need to pay. The understanding is that potential proposals around a fee of £60 million could prove attractive in order to advance and try to negotiate with the Seagulls. But this will be important to check in the coming weeks when clubs will start concrete contact. I think he's been speculative here. I do. He's opened the doors to a move, and the football industry has received a clear message about it in recent days. It's one to watch with a big impact, offering one more chance in terms of strikers to several clubs. Newcastle were already on the verge of signing him a few years ago. Now they could be among the clubs interested in the Brazilian. This has just started, but it's up to Brighton too. So I reckon Romano has heard from within the football industry, from an agent, from a third-party representative or whatever, that this player is looking, at potentially moving on somewhere. And then he is, in my opinion, throwing in the names of the clubs that are looking for a striker. I don't believe that he's got specific intel regarding Liverpool Football Club with anything, to be honest with you, that comes up to do with Liverpool. But Romano is, he knows agents, and Romano is, he's entertaining. He's entertaining. I listen to what he says for entertainment. He does get scoops. But there are big allegations behind him if you dive into it, like mainstream media allegations that, if you're an agent and you want him to mention your client, like this, for example, bung me $1,000 and I'll post about it on my X account. Think about how many times he posts the same stuff over and over again. And don't forget, for every reply he gets to anything he claims, any reply for someone with a blue tick means it earns him money as well. I'm not criticizing him, guys. I'm telling you how it works. This is why you see some journalists constantly saying the same things over again. It's been another hour, and I'm just letting you know it's still happening because it re-engages everybody, all right? And if you've got a blue tick on X, you're earning that account revenue if they're monetized. And Fabrizio, I can't remember how much he makes from it. It's tens of thousands a month. I can't remember what it is. But the allegations are, because he was set up apparently, allegedly, is that he charges up to €1,000, I think, actually, maybe not pounds, to mention your client, or if a club is selling a player, to mention him because it alerts other clubs, right? What does that do? Increases valuation. If you're an agent, it increases the potential earnings that your client can command, and yourself as the agent, remember, for your cutback, for your slice of the pie. And I think the allegation was he charges up to €5,000 to mention it in a video, right? Which of course is also monetized. So he's a fucking genius. The guy's a genius. But there are people, he's close to certain agents, like obviously Sleepy Kiesa's agent, you know what I mean? Like, we got all the intel on what was happening with that. But I think you will find that the majority of stuff, the majority of stuff that he puts out is, some people would argue, financially incentivized to him to mention it. So, but that doesn't mean it's fake if you think about it. So let's say we have got this, let's reword this. This player's agent, some people might say, has approached him and said, hey Fab, I need you to get his name out there. If you were an agent, who would you go to if you were trying to move your player on? Think about it. What would you do? It's common sense, right? So he's got a huge audience. Everyone listens to what he says. Yeah, I'll bung you £1,000, get it out there. €1,000 isn't much, is it, when you're dealing with millions in wages and stuff like that? So this isn't me criticising Fabrizio Romano. This is me telling you to always apply caution to what he says. So that exclusive, if you like, what are we arguing with? What was the headline? Let's just see if the headline sounds potentially truthful. Liverpool and Arsenal want Premier League superstar. Well, that's clickbait, because there's nowhere in that article does it say Liverpool want him. And I don't believe it said Arsenal did either. So that is not true, is it? So it's going to attract a lot of attention, right? And what do you do by reading that? You discover that player is looking for a move. And all he's done in the article really is mentioned a number of clubs that are all looking for a striker. But he's mentioned clubs that are interested in a striker could look at this one, which Liverpool will absolutely be doing or will have done. There's no doubt about that. All right? But the headline says want him. And that's not accurate, is it? Because there's nowhere in that article that suggests that's the case. All right, guys, I'll leave you with it. That's today's exclusive. Well, there might be another one. You never know. I'll be live on here at 1 o'clock if you want to join me for an answer. Okay? I'll leave that with you. If you found this video of interest, please do thumbs up. Please drop me a comment. If you want to support my channel and my efforts, this is my full-time job, by the way, and it has been for almost 30 years now. Can you believe that? So Cop Talk, the website and this YouTube channel, it's my job, all right? And those of you that buy me a coffee or a beer by using the super thanks button, the love out under the videos, or my channel members, you make it possible for me, and I'm very grateful for that, all right? And I don't clickbait, I don't just fucking publish shite after shite after shite. I've got your back, and I know many of you have got mine as well. All right, but it don't cost you anything to thumbs up a video and to leave a nice comment. All right, guys, I'll leave it with you. I won't pay any attention to that, to be honest with you. All right, take it easy.